what's up guys? Tanner Larsson here from Build, Grow, Scale, and let's talk a little bit about multi-channel selling, okay? Now, I'm talking about actual selling, the channels that your product are sold within, not multi-channel advertising, which are like the advertising channels that we use, but they often get kind of mixed up. So advertising channels are things like Facebook ads, media buys, email drops, stuff like that, okay? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about sales channels, okay? Places within which your products are sold, okay? Now, the reason this is important now is because it's a global economy, all right? We've got the internet, right? Everybody knows it's crazy. It's growing by leaps and bounds. More people are shopping than ever online, and it's just continuing to grow. Well, because of that, technology is also increasing like crazy, and search technology is getting even just more insane, right? So with the search technology improving, that means people can find you all over the place, and there's so many different types of search out there that are being leveraged by shoppers and consumers, okay? We've got search like comparison shopping engines. You've got your favorites like Google, Bing, Yahoo, stuff like that. You've got shopping portals, you've got aggregator sites, you've got all of these different platforms, and if you're not represented in at least a couple of them, you're missing out, okay? The more places that your product is available, the more money you're going to make, all right? It's just the same thing like buy buttons. The more buy buttons you have out there, the more people are going to see, and the more opportunities people are going to have to purchase your product, right? Now, it's also a perception issue, all right? It makes people think that you are a bigger company. You are a corporation, a big retail established corporation, rather than, you know, Johnny who's working out of his mother's basement, all right? It's an equalizer. The perception of being able to be sold in multiple places and the consumer seeing that gives them trust, gives them the belief that you are a sizable and reputable company when you may be a startup, but they don't know that. But because they see you everywhere, they're more confident that you are someone who's going to be around for a while. All right, now the most common sales channels, what are we talking about here? Well, the first one is your store, whether it's your Shopify store, your Magento, your WooCommerce, your UltraCart, BigCommerce, whatever you're using. That's your main channel, okay? That's your first channel. Then there's other channels like Amazon, FBA, Amazon Fulfilled by Merchant, eBay, and then there's channels like offline retail, where you actually have your own retail store or a kiosk or something like that, or offline wholesale, where you're actually selling to a wholesaler who's then distributing to other retailers, okay? Now, those are a variety of different channels, but the important thing to note about those channels is that aside from branding, helping you build your brand to a larger size because it's more all over the place, and perception in the eyes of the consumer, the only thing that these sales channels will do for you is help you make more money, okay? Because aside from the store, all the sales channels that I mentioned are not actual businesses. So don't think of each sales channel as another business you have to set up or anything, because it's not. The other 4 sales channels are not businesses because you don't control the order process, which I talked about in one of my other videos, that if you don't control the order process, it's not a business, it's just an income stream, okay? So things like Amazon, eBay, and other sales channels, those aren't businesses, those are just sales channels and should be leveraged as such. So the way that they're going to be helpful to you is that they help you with getting more money coming in because you're making more sales from more different locations, right? You're getting more brand awareness. But on the another thing on the money side is it helps with your economies of scale, okay? You're going to be selling more products. Therefore, you're going to be able to buy more products and work better deals with your manufacturers, with your raw materials, and all of that, so you can actually get a lower cost per unit and make more money per sale, all right? So use that money, take that money, extract that money, leverage it for better positioning, okay? Don't try to create a business out of Amazon or out of eBay or anything else. Focus on your core business, which is your store, and leverage these other channels for additional selling, okay? Now, for 99% of businesses out there, I recommend a 2-channel approach, okay? You don't need to have tons of them. So, and the 2 channels that I recommend by and large are your store and then Amazon, all right? Now, Amazon is crazy, right? People think of it as a business. It's not. You don't control the order process. You're really just a glorified affiliate. But I still recommend every business be on there. Amazon, when done correctly, is an easy $30,000 to $50,000 a month in sales for your business, for any business, okay? It can generate that for practically any niche market. So if you're not using it, well, then you're leaving $30,000 to $50,000 a month or more in sales on the table, okay? So leveraging a multi-channel approach is much better. Plus, with the Amazon channel, if people don't buy it from your store because maybe they don't trust you or they're not sure if you're a real deal or not, and then they see you on Amazon and they wanted your product to begin with, they'll buy it from Amazon because they trust Amazon. And then the next time that it's time to buy one of your products, they won't have an issue buying from your store because they've already sampled your product once, okay? So with that, guys, that's kind of the importance of multi-channel selling. If you're only selling in one channel, look to expand to another channel, okay? Again, I recommend Amazon as the second channel for practically every single business. The last channel I would recommend you going out into is the offline space, the retail, kiosk, or wholesaling space, because it's a whole other animal. It takes a whole lot more inventory and a whole lot more capital to get going, unless you already have a hookup in that space. And in that case, then obviously it's different. But for most people, Amazon's your natural first choice. All right. So with that, guys, I'll see you later.